So I've got a question for you. What does your world look like? And I bet in there are things that you're probably not happy about. So I'll tell you a little story. So we moved into a new area, a new build area. And for the most part, it was fairly clean all the time. But every now and then there tends to be pieces of dirt that's just left lying around. So my son and I, we got really upset about the state of the neighborhood. I mean, it wasn't bad, but what we decided to do was actually do something about it. And so after we watched all these programs about saving the earth, saving the planet, making sure that, we look after the plants and everything else, we decided to buy some litter pickers. So we bought litter pickers and we got some recycled bags, and we thought, you know what, we are actually going to do something about this. And so together, this morning is litter picking day. Micah, Seth and I just go around the neighbourhood, we're picking litter, and it's a great little activity that we do every now and then. And what did you actually get to see today, Micah, Seth?
I actually got to sit in a real police car and also got this from the police.
Yeah, a real badge. And what does that actually mean for you?
It means that I'm the boss of some polices.
Yeah. And why did you get that, by the way?
Because me and Dad are litter picking.
Great, well done. That's right. So we're off, and this is what we've been up to. So hope you have a great day doing something meaningful with your life. So we're going to carry on litter picking, aren't we, bud?
Yeah.
Yep. See ya. Have a good day. We formed our little army, and we said, let's go and conquer these litter that's lying around. And it's interesting that that world has changed. And every time we're walking around and my son sees litter lying around, even though he's only 6 now, turned 6 last month, he says, Dad, we need to go litter picking again. That means he actually believes that he can do something about the situation. And I love that, because that is the thinking behind this book. It's called Change Your World by John Maxwell, who's a great leadership guru, by the way. But in there, he talks about how if you don't like something within your world, then you should do something about it. But of course, in here, he's talking more about rallying people and getting more people to support your cause. I liked it because it was talking about, fundamental principles around what do you do when you actually see something that you're not happy about. So, for example, he was talking about how, you need to make sure that you've got a clear mission, a clear vision for what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And for us, it was very simple. We just wanted to clean a neighborhood, even though it was already clean, but we wanted it to be even cleaner for the sake of the planet. And so beyond that, he then talks about how you want to create supporting structures. By that, he simply means you need to have an organizational structure that will support the work that you're trying to do. For example, it might be that you need resource, you need people to actually help get the job done. And then he goes on to talk about how after you've got your vision and you've got your organizational structure, then you need to have the reinforcing activities. And this is the part where I highlighted where I said my son actually says now, Dad, we have to go litter picking. I mean, look around, Dad. Look at all this litter lying around. We should do something about it. And so what do? We pick up our litter pickers and we go out and we have a great time whilst doing it. So whilst we're talking about litter, what is the litter that's lying around in your world? It could be your meta world. It could be whichever world that we're talking about. It could be spiritual. It could be social. It could even be professional. What is that litter that's lying around that you could actively do something about to change it? And by the way, this is a great read. It's by John C. Maxwell. I'll put the link in the description, and feel free to purchase that on Amazon. But yes, think about the litter that's lying around in your world that you would like to change. So yes, you might need to create a vision, a clear purpose for what it is that you're going to be working towards. Then beyond that, create the organizational structure. It might be actually, I do this at 5 a.m. every day. I do this on a Saturday, and I do this with so-and-so. And then beyond that, you want to have the reinforcing activities. So it could just be actually, we get our litter pickers and we actually meet at this specific location. And this is what we do about it. Of course, there are other things in our lives that probably need us to change. And that might be around, maybe we're trying to change our friends. Maybe we're trying to buy a house. Maybe we're trying to do something about our weight. And maybe we're trying to work on eating healthy. All of these things require you to have a clear vision, a clear structure for how that's going to happen, and reinforcing activities. I mean, this actually reminds me of the book Atomic Habits, but for that, we'll talk about that in another video. I'm Micah from MARCOBELLA. Thanks for joining. Change your world.